Can you say your name, your company, and what level you are?
Yeah, my name's Uriel. I'm a new grad iOS engineer at Slack.
And how long have you been there?
I've been there for about a quarter now. I onboarded back in June.
Cool. And then as much as you can say, in the quarter that you've been there, what team are you on and what technologies, what languages are you using?
As an iOS engineer, I primarily work in Swift, and we have a good amount of Bazel for the build systems. And then as for team-wise, I'm on the mobile enterprise team, and that primarily consists of working on features and services that are for like the largest customers of Slack. So workspaces that have like 100,000 plus users.
I love it. We use Slack every day at Taro. We're not at that scale yet, but it's definitely a big part of my day-to-day life. As a relatively new engineer, new grad engineer at Slack, what do you think is the most important skill for your success at the company?
Yeah, so as a new grad engineer, you're not doing anything crazy complex. Mainly labels, buttons, connecting screens.
Yeah.
So I'd say, all these, but all those problems have been, done. Especially at a company like Facebook or Slack. Those solutions exist in the code base.
Yeah.
So I would say, leverage the code base, be able to understand it, and learn from it, and utilize those previous solutions. When you ever need to build out a new feature.
Yeah. I mean, that's so true. I mean, you don't have to reinvent the wheel, especially when you're new to a company. There's probably really smart people, really good patterns to follow. If you had to give advice to someone who is a new grad engineer, junior engineer, what would be one thing you would advise them to do?
Yeah, so for one piece of advice, I would say really just take your time, investing and connecting with people, not just your team, from different teams, because there's a lot of kind of domain knowledge that is only applicable to that company. And if you know how to make a test account for a user, or how our build systems work, that is like very niche stuff. But if you don't know it, it could block you for, you could spend an hour or two, trying to figure that out. But where another engineer who's already, utilized those things can explain to you in 10 minutes, and then you can, keep going with your day.
Yeah. No, that's awesome advice. I really appreciate you doing this. Thanks a lot, Ariel.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I love the channel, love the content, so happy to be here.